What's your mountain? What is it in your life that you have faced or facing now, and you look at it and you go, unless God shows up, it just won't happen? As we've made our way through Hebrews chapter 11, there's a little phrase that just keeps popping up over and over again. It's that phrase I wanted you to underline. It commences our text. It's a little phrase, by faith, by faith, by faith, by faith. You can rarely get out of a verse in Hebrews chapter 11 without bumping into that phrase, by faith, by faith, by faith. Now, I'll be honest with you, when I was first sitting down and studying Hebrews chapter 11, kind of doing some linguistic studies in the original language, which is Greek, I assumed that phrase, by faith, would be a verb. Because faith is not just something you write about or think about. Faith is actually something that you do. But I was surprised to discover that the phrase by faith, by faith, by faith is not in the verb position, that it is actually a noun. Oh, I don't want you to lose sight of this. I think when the writer posits and postures that phrase by faith in the noun position, he is saying and making a profound point, and that is faith is not just something we do, it's who we are. We are people of faith. That faith is not just something we pick up and utilize to begin our journey with God. Our whole, every step of the way kind of journey with God is a step of faith. We are people of faith. In fact, it's the book Atomic Habits, if I have that right. He was using the analogy of just saying, you've got to just kind of tell yourself, this is who I am. So for example, if you're trying to stop drinking alcohol and you go to a party and alcohol is invited to you, he actually recommends that you don't say, well, I'm trying to stop drinking alcohol. He actually recommends that what you do say is, I no longer drink alcohol. I don't do it. Do you see the subtle shift? It's just kind of a mindset. It's not just something I'm trying to stop. It's not who I am. Faith is not just something you do. It's who you are. Faith isn't some garment you put on and take off. It is fundamentally a lifestyle we choose. We are people of faith. Go ahead and throw this image up on the screen. One of my absolute favorite things to do as a pastor. I love performing weddings. I love putting on a robe. Boy, your boy is clean. I love putting on a robe, doing well. By the way, I've been here 4 years and nobody's asked me to do a wedding. My feelings are kind of hurt. Sincerely, I would love to do a wedding. Now, treat your boy right. I remember one time I did a wedding. I don't charge for weddings, but I remember one time I did a wedding, and the reception was at the Ritz-Carlton Marina Del Rey, and they gave your boy a $25 gift card to Starbucks. Now, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. But I love doing weddings. And you know how weddings work. I'll stand there and I'll officiate, and I'll watch them take a huge step of faith as they enter into covenant with one another. They'll exchange rings. They'll then kind of kiss each other. I'll then turn and have them face the audience, and I'll present them as Mr. and Mrs. And right as they're about to recess, I always have to fight the urge to say to them, you have no idea what's about to happen. It took a lot of faith to get there on that day. But their faith journey is just beginning. It's just beginning. See, when your mindset, I think the fundamental American Christian mindset is not by faith, but by happiness, by comfort, by safety. If that's your mindset, that God exists for my comfort, happiness, and safety, faith will never be a noun for you. We don't just do faith. It's who we are.